Hello everyone and welcome to Quality Old Games. Today we are having episode 26 of the Western Roman campaign in Barbarian Invasion, and at the moment I think the northern front against the Burgundii and with the threat of Slavic horde are our main concerns. Our campaign in the east is proceeding rather well, so we should be able to push forward there. Let's see if we can raise some taxes. At least here we can, and it's time to finish the turn. Okay, so some enemy armies attacking us. Fortunately, they seem to be rather of poor quality, excluding those Clipinari. So I think our defenses here should be working rather well. And the terrain here might help us a bit. So once again, let's put the infantry to the front. Archers right behind them. And then the general here, and let's see if we could harass at least the Clipinari a bit. And what kind of reinforcements are coming from this side? Some peasants. I think we should be able to deal with them rather quickly. So the first unit of peasants has arrived. Okay, and it's breaking. And it seems it gets away with well over half of its strength. And then... okay, this unit has taken already casualties even though it's not on the field. And it seems some units just shot our poor mercenary Hippotoxotai. And now the second unit is on the battle as well. And I think they will flee pretty soon as well. Okay, good. No need to worry about them anymore. And I think the real battle will begin soon. And hooray, we have taken down at least one Clipinari. Oh, do they actually have bows? That's a bit sad. I thought they were heavy cavalry, but I guess they are heavy cavalry along with being missile cavalry. Our archers should be quite efficient here, since all of the enemies should have rather low amounts of low quality armor, excepting of course the Clipinari. And at least these javelin men are beginning to take some damage here. Peasants are fleeing. And then we have some javelin men here. I I guess we should bring the cohorts from this side to reinforce the flank there. And actually I think this is the make it or break it point. If we can take down these Clibinari, I think we will be in a really good position. But if our troops will break, then our position here will look pretty bad. So at least other enemy units are breaking, and the enemy general as well. And of course, if we can break the last remaining enemy unit that's in line, I think we should be able to rather easily win the battle.
And now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack. The gods be praised.
Okay, so the whole enemy army is fleeing. Okay, they have some mountain slingers actually. Okay, and we have victory. A clear victory at that. And I think the capture of enemy city just got significantly easier. And Hatra, of course, is rioting. And it seems the public order is getting lower still. And if I remember correctly, we hired some diplomats. Let's see if they can be put to service. Okay, apparently not. So now they are only incurring costs. And as unfortunate as it is, I think the settlements here will rebel rather soon.
General, engage the enemy. Besieging settlements, sir.
Okay, we have besieged the Eastern Empire capital, and I think we could take some additional mercenaries, and the army here can continue towards Arsacia, and it's actually rather well defended city. And here of course the army should begin moving forwards towards Fraspa. And I think we can leave a couple of Limitane and a couple of archers to guard Artaxarta, and the rest of the army can move against that city there. So it seems that the Sassanids are close to being wiped out as well. And once again Cordoba is causing us some troubles. If we build roads, actually that might actually be pretty decent choice there. And what about other cities? Dalraida, pretty problematic. Let's check it out. It's growing quite fast. If we disband a couple of units, I think we can force it to grow, so we can build the Governor's Palace, and then we can improve the public order by training some more peasants. So that should solve that issue, at least for some time. Then Vicus Saxones is training units, And let's retrain the units here as well. And let's try to strengthen our army. And let's see the lists here. And of course, Hatra is going to cause some troubles. I think it's time to start gathering our troops. So these guys can form the core here, and they can be supported by these guys at the very least. Let's hire some mercenaries and continue northwards. And here, of course, I think some archers and limitane are beneficial to maintain the public order. And from here we are going to have some more reinforcements.
General, engage the enemy. Settlement under siege, sir.
And I think we have a turn pretty soon. So I think we can finish this turn. And actually we should retrain some troops in Rome. And let's hope that Franks and Slavs are going to duke it out. So there is Blake in Tarsus. Not actually a very bad thing, as the population will get a bit lower there. We can build mines there to increase income. And let's see, Antioch would need maybe lower taxes. And Hatra, let's repair the chapel. And maybe it should be improving soon. And it's time to besiege Fraspa. And here Arsakia, especially if the rather weak enemy forces retreated to here. Okay, it's mostly peasant, so we should be able to take it. And let's see if we can wipe out the Eastern Rome once and for all. Excellent. And it's actually a Christian settlement. So some more good news, and the mines there seem to be quite good. So let's repair and be ready to move out with our general. So Eastern Rome has been wiped out. And I'm not certain what's in the north there. Let's send a scouting party out. Okay, so Sassanids still have some more settlements there. I think it will take some more time before we can get rid of them completely. Let's take at least the mercenaries and the most experienced archers before continuing northwards, and of course some heavy cavalry and plum battery would be excellent additions to the army there. Let's check our cities. Could and should we do something for Cordoba? Jerusalem is about to cause some problems. Let's check it out. There is full garrison. We could build some buildings, but they are extremely costly. I think monthly games and races will be our answer, and it should keep Jerusalem in line because it's not growing anymore. And then we need to check Dalraida and Cordoba once again. I guess finishing that building will be quite beneficial there. And here, well, I don't think we need anything. Since the population isn't growing, I think the settlement will do well enough on its own. I think this guy actually could be sent to the British Isles to govern one of the cities there. And I guess these guys should go to Sirmium to be retrained. And in Rome, we need to retrain these guys so that we can send them back to the front. And in Jerusalem, building roads could bring some additional income, even though there would be quite a lot of corruption. What about Sidon? Okay, they are building port. I think maybe Scriptorium in Antioch could make it a bit better city and also improve the public order. Okay, so Hatra Relch, hopefully the arena got finished there. And the enemy is trying to defend Arsacia. I think we try to take out the enemy army attacking us. And then let's see our position, and we shall withdraw if needed. Because once we have captured Fraspa, I think we can bring a significant amount of reinforcements to this area, and it should turn the strength ratio to quite favorable to us.
The enemy have brought up reinforcements in a pathetic attempt to save themselves.
So let's move forward. Some javelin men, slingers, desert archers. Actually, let's try to keep these guys out of range, so we can easily take care of those enemies. And I think we should be able to gain at least some benefit from the terrain against the enemy reinforcements. And it's time to begin moving our troops into a better position.
Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield. Great gods be praised. The enemy general is killed. Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts.
And let's try to take down as many of the enemy men here as possible, so they cannot cause any further harm. Okay, so these have been basically taken out. And it seems the enemy general might actually be moving against us already. So that's quite interesting. Especially if we could provoke him to fight against us. I think we should withdraw a bit, because the highest hill is about here. So let's utilize it in our defense. And they are Clipinary Immortals, so I guess they are one of the best units in the game. Let's see how we will fare against them. Some other enemy cavalry units are also on the move. Let's hope this Bloom Battery can get a couple of shots off. And at least the Clipinary are starting to take some damage. Equites, Veterani and Camel Riders charging from this direction. So if we can hold the enemy cavalry charge, I think we are in a pretty decent position. And hopefully these guys will break soon. Okay. The Camel Riders are breaking. No need to come back. And the Veterani are starting to take some damage. And it seems the enemy general has been broken. I don't think he will come back. So let's try to take out these mercenary Equites Veterani, and I think our position will actually be very strong. Okay, they are down. And I think we should change the orientation here a bit. And on the other flank as well. As the enemy clearly has superior numbers, even though their army is of much poorer quality. And if these are horse archers, they might actually cause us some troubles. So let's put our archers on this side to take care of them. And then are those mercenary Hippotoxotai or whatever they are, they may also cause us some damage. Okay, and it's time to take down these guys. And the first volley at least was quite effective. The second one as well. And are these... okay, they are also horse archers. So let's hope we have enough ammunition with these archers so that they can take down these guys and then the other horse archer unit as well. I think one... okay, no need for another volley. So you should conserve the ammunition and head to the safety offered by infantry. And we could actually try to charge them, but it's safer to let them to come to us. And actually they are trying to flank us quite actively. And of course, every unit we take down now will be one less to worry about later. And the horse archers there are taking quite decent damage as well. And it's time to hunt down as many of the enemies as we can.
The enemy army is in flight. Pursue them and drive them from the battlefield.
And once again, every enemy we take down here will make capturing of the city that much easier in the next turn. And especially if the units we take down are some other than peasants. Okay,
This is a heroic.
excellent. So, there isn't many defenders left to the enemy city. And actually we are having plague in Ravenna as well. Fortunately there are no fighting units in the city. So the plague isn't that serious, at least for the moment. And the bridge here is a good place to put the army. And we are actually having quite a lot of archers, so let's rather send some more Plumbatari to help here and keep some of the archers in the city. And it seems we can actually send some of the Limitane or mercenaries back to the city as well next turn. And let's see, we are having no information about the Slavs at the moment. Let's see what's their situation in some time. And in Kotais, let's finish the practice range and send practically most of the army out towards one of the last few Sassanid cities. And I think a couple of more Limitane, and then some peasants will be quite nice to keep up the order there. And here of course we need to consider when to switch to Christianity. And I think we can do it right away. I think that's enough. So this actually will be supporting Hatra as well, so that we can keep it easier next turn. Let's begin a siege. And they are actually having some quite decent mercenaries there. That's somewhat worrisome news. Maybe we could bring in some reinforcements from Caesarea. And of course some additional mines there might be beneficial as well. But let's check the other cities first. Arsakia should fall to us. Excellent. And here as well the question is when to convert. And let's see what's the situation in Fraspa. Is it ready to fall? Maybe we need to bring in some more reinforcements from Arsakia, as it is better under our control. And here this city actually can convert now as well without too much difficulties, and that will also make the situation in Hatra easier soon. And in Antioch, doing okay. Caesarea, I think the mines will be nice. And in Rome, let's retrain the units and make some more Plumbatari, and I think we can send out the majority of these to head towards north. And if we have a diplomat somewhere, we could try to find out where the... Okay, it seems we don't have. But it would be nice to find out where the Slavs are. I guess somewhere in this area. Knowing where they are would be nice, because we don't want any nasty surprises when they emerge next to an undefended city. So, Cordoba. What's the matter here? Okay, I guess the governor's influence has faded. Maybe this guy with proper retinue could be a better governor here. And let's see other cities. Lepsis Magna. We need to check that. Salamis as well. Sidon. So let's begin with Lepsis Magna. Okay, it has grown quite a lot. Let's build the walls. They should improve the public order, and we can train some peasants. Sidon and Salamis. Let's build those last few units we can. And then in Salamis, let's make some peasants, and let's see. Maybe the scriptorium will be beneficial there. And I think we have a turn. Okay, and it seems these enemies here are in quite a good shape. And Londinium is growing. And unfortunately our finances are not growing as fast.
Sir, onward! Forward!
So we need to save
Move out!
some money for upgrading Londinium. And with these reinforcements, let's see, okay, let's bring them to the army. We should be able to take down that enemy settlement. And Artaxarta, I think a chapel there will be beneficial. In Ctesiphon, monthly games and races is nice. And from Caesarea, I think we can send out a reinforcing army towards Hatra. And here actually we have some peasants with this army. Interesting. I think we should send some of these guys to be retrained and then join forces with these reinforcements. And since here is Sassanid army, let's hope Artaxarta will be able to hold. And in the north, I think we can send these guys to somewhere. And also the Limitanei. And then have these superior troops to join the army. And we can begin our push towards Campus Chatti. Some barbarian noble cavalry. I think I need to manually handle the battle here in order to prevent casualties and to inflict maximum amount of casualties to the enemy. So, the missile cavalry will harass. And it seems the enemy cavalry will charge. And I don't think too many enemies will get away. some casualties, but not too catastrophic. And let's see if we manage to take down the whole enemy army. And a position on the bridge here hopefully will entice the enemy to attack, and thus make it easier for us to defend. Oh, and we need to build Proconsul's Palace here as well. Okay. So we certainly want to capture this so that we can finance some of the improved government buildings. So Ravenna is still on the throes of plague. Cordoba has finished something, and Angusta Treverorum can begin to build that. And let's see. Okay, Cordoba is doing better now. Interesting. So what was the problem? I don't know. But I think we will nonetheless switch the governor there. Antioch is doing okay at the moment. Here we can slow the pace of races quite a bit. And then hopefully Fraspa will fall. 2-to-1 ratio. I think that's enough as it is. And finally Londinium can be upgraded as well. And I think soon Arseikia can be converted. And let's build the Imperial Palace here. And Campus 3C is having some troubles. Maybe that will do the trick. And let's actually try to entice the enemy to attack there. And it seems at least some Slavic armies have taken some casualties. Good news for us. And let's make a quick check on the cities. Tarsus and Sidon. Sidon might be actually problematic. So let's lower the taxes and finish the turn. Two new generals, one in Sirmium and other in Rome. The one from Rome can go to Tarentum. And let's besiege Hatra once again. And here I think we can finish the games. Well, maybe some monthly races can be held. And that army is actually quite frightening. Fortunately, our own army there is quite decent. And let's convert the settlements here. And that should be done quite easily. And where to find the enemy city here? Campus Alani, it seems. So let's take some additional Sarmatian horse archers, and next turn I think we can besiege the city, or maybe we can even entice the enemy army into attacking us. Let's combine some of the weakened units here to see if we need to get rid of something. Maybe not just yet. And it seems the Burgundii are content to stay inside their walls. I'm not certain I want to risk an attack there. Okay, Tarsus needs to be checked. And I think we have a turn here. Okay, and the Sassanids are attacking. And fortunately, the missile unit strength is somewhat limited. So I think we will try to cause as much damage as possible to the enemy. And after that, we will withdraw. Unless the situation is looking like that we could take the fight against them. So, the infantry will guard the hill here. Along with the general with the Burgundii and melee cavalry. And then the missile cavalry can form 2 units. To harass the enemy flanks.
The ferryman will be busy today. The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
And our main target should be all enemy missile units and of course the enemy general. Okay, that seems not to be working out too well. Time to withdraw a bit. And it actually seems that we were able to take down the enemies there, or rather drive it away, the enemy unit. Okay, the javelin men are breaking. Okay, I think it's time to stop running and take the fight to the enemy here. They shouldn't last too long. Okay, good. They have been taken down, even though the casualties we suffered were quite a lot worse than anticipated. And here we should try to get behind the enemy line. At least the enemies have taken quite heavy casualties already. And I think it's time to break these guys here. And let's actually bring these to the front a bit. Okay, good. And let's run towards our next target. Okay, so the enemy missile cavalry has finally arrived. And that shall be our next target. And it seems the Burgundii are already firing here. And actually it seems these guys are not. And let's hope that this charge will break them. Excellent. Okay. Time to withdraw. And hopefully take down those nomad archers. And let's charge the javelin men here. Let's hope they will break. And they are breaking. Excellent.
God be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
And now the situation is getting interesting here on the hill. And you can start firing at those Clipinary immortals. And here I think these guys will break under charge. Okay, excellent. And now, of course, the question is, what if we really start pushing against the enemies here? So let's bring the melee cavalry as well. And let's see if we can break most of the enemy army here. Might actually be the case that we don't want to fight against spearmen here. Let's see if we flank them. Will they break? Yes, they will.
Fill the heart of the enemy general with fear. Now he flees the field like a coward.
And I think cavalrymen here, missile cavalry, can go to shoot at the enemy general.
Gods be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches!
And let's try to take down the enemy general here as well. Eighteen bodyguards left. And he's dead.
The enemy general is dead! His men know their doom approaches! The enemy show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rats running
The battle
from
is
our men.
ours. And the city should fall to us next turn. Pretty decent battle. Excellent. Or maybe actually it won't fall to us next turn. We need to besiege it first, but soon, nonetheless. And let's put natural, philosopher, bishop, geographer, freeman, clerk, anchorite, questor, sacripalati, and let's see if there are mines. Yes, there are, so maybe some mining engineer there as well. Okay. And this guy can be sent to somewhere. Maybe he can hunt some rebels there. The siege here seems to be proceeding well. In Artaxarta we can finish the games. Here let's build the chapel. And let's continue with daily games and races. And okay, it's doing pretty decently, and of course let's besiege the city here, Campus Alanni, and one unit of Kurdish javelin men guarding it only. So we should be able to capture it quite easily next turn. And it actually looks like that the Slavs have actually taken some damage. Let's go a bit closer to see if we could benefit from the situation. Okay, so I think that's everything for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the content, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You may also turn on the notifications so you will get informed whenever a new video is released. Have a great rest of the day. Quality Old Games out.